So when we last left this Let's Play, we were working on mysteries without any clues. Working on a night moves, trying to make some front page driving news. Working on a night moves. Okay, so first off, we do have to apologize, one, to Bob Seeker, and two, the
clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was intrigued by Nico and what she could tell me
episode
about the
of this LP
Sucked.
that was pretty good. But we opened, or should I say Andy tricked me. Andy tricked me by singing Cody Rhodes' theme song, Smoke and Mirrors. And unbeknownst to me, the sequel to this game is actually called Broken Sword, The Smoking Mirror. And it confused some of our fans, most notably Jay Hunter, why we were singing about the sequel when we had only got less than an hour into the first game. So we must apologize. I should have known because I actually bought this game in a pack that contains all of the games.
So, you were talking about a sequel?
Yeah,
Like right when you started the first game?
yeah.
Was it Left 4 Dead 2?
I thought you were going to say, was it X-Men Apocalypse?
We just happen to be very prophetic like that, you know?
No, we're pathetic.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're prophetic of games that came out 10 years ago.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Oh, just shimmy on
I
that
guess
shit.
the clown hadn't escaped over the rooftops.
The only clown here is you, George.
Dude, what the it doesn't even go to the rooftops. Look at it.
My
Stops
favorite
halfway up.
my favorite part in the training mission of Assassin's Creed was when you try to climb that first item and it immediately breaks
Smelled
and
like
falls
someone had
and
dumped
you
a
die.
truckload of fish
In
a
like
locker
Brotherhood,
room
there was
on
a lot of
hot
stuff like
summer
that because
afternoon.
it would have to create shortcuts,
Yeah.
and like shit would just break all the time. And he's like, "Well, I guess I don't have to get up," because he talks like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 1,000.
I don't
There
know
was
why
nothing
everyone
of
loves
interest.
Nolan North so much. Oh, hey, what's up?
Every voice is
Oh,
the
no.
goddamn same.
Don't put me in that machine. Oh no, I've got to live out my relatives' memories.
This is relatively terrible.
Oh god, a black smudge of some sort. Vaguely cat-shaped.
Is it like the cat equivalent of those small children in the second level of Silent Hill?
No. Well, you asked. What the fuck is going on with his head? Is this supposed to be an HD remake?
The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
I'm a weenie.
It's too awkward. Going into a sewer? I'll smell like shit.
So now we have to track down that cat and use it as an item to open up the manhole? Is that what's going on?
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, Ka! I thought that was
Ka!
it. Those
I thought that was
automatics
it.
had quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
You're not even Muslim. Ha 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 ha. There's actually a lot of racial profiling in France.
See an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Then he wrote a song for Dire Straits.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question.
Okay.
Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by?
But I would assume if
Some
you
of us
saw a
have
clown
to
even
walk for a
peripherally,
living.
you would take notice.
No, he was
You could
too-
just say no.
He was too busy fantasizing about how much he loves the circus. I mean, while he's working there, he's just thinking about a parade that's come by.
It's like you can't see the circus through the clowns. That's it's deep, resonates.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
Was it Gerard
No, but I guess he
Depardieu?
is now.
Or
His
Jean
name was
Reno?
Quentin.
The only
What?
celebrities we have in
He's dead
France?
then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did.
I think
If
I
only
killed
could
Jean
turn back the
Reno.
clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest.
He sounds
actors
like he's
in
having a
people.
hard time eking out every word, you know? Like he has to grunt it from from the bottom of his diaphragm just to get out any words.
I also like that he
Look,
said he'd be
I
more
know you're
tolerant
busy,
after making that crack against
Surely you'd have
Muslims.
noticed a clown.
No, wait, that was
I told
me.
you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was standing on a mound.
Colored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
He was a very poor clown. He could barely afford grease paint.
He was smoking a cigar with Mr. Farr.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was.
You were like fucking 10
Hey,
feet from it. I'm
buddies.
surprised he didn't get knocked over.
An old man was killed.
Who I just told you about earlier.
I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh,
You
she's
see,
fine.
France
Thanks,
is
thanks.
constantly exploding.
You don't look like a cop. Instead, you look like a crappy New Orleans bookstore owner.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip.
Whoa.
So I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
And then I would die because I wouldn't get any food. And he'd be like, what? I gave him
Look
I
at
gave
this.
him a drip.
Damn
I thought they could just
bleeding
survive on
out
water.
Tja.
Did he just pull that
Take the
newspaper
dog
out
meat.
of the
Touch
dirt
them
heap he was
and eat
digging?
them, I say.
Hold
Oh,
on.
that
He just said something
fuss
about
over a
damn
bunch
bleeding
of
heart
fish.
liberals. Is this guy Rorschach?
That's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de
I feel
la
really bad.
Triomphe.
We've used up
a
almost
racehorse?
30 seconds of his break
A
already.
legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that knife.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Grab my toolbox and keep an eye on my hole.
This guy who's so afraid of even taking a 10-minute lunch break is willing to run off and bet
Hey.
all of his money on a horse.
The promise of a rusty trombone would make me run off. Just saying. But, yeah, this is where I eat a big fucking plate of crow. It turns out Salah ad-Din actually was the horse, and they were not talking about Salah ad-Din, who was a warrior in the Crusades.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
I'm gonna go lift that man's hole. Nico, what are you doing in the small box? Get out of there!
Hello, Nico.
It's like they
Kula.
forced that man
Hello?
to live there.
It's George.
A tent, a
Oh,
phone,
hi.
a lunch
I
pail.
haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So you
I
didn't
guess-
find nothing.
Adieu, monsieur.
See you.
I did not find nothing. Have you never dealt with Americans before? Oh man, this game is actually like a little simulation of my love life. Calling girls on the phone and being as awkward as humanly possible. George, I take it back. You are the everyman that I can actually empathize with. And now I'll get those turtles once and for all.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
It would have been so great if he kept the lever in and it was just a little hovercraft and he just sped off.
Did he just say it smelt like the opening to a sewer? That's
'Cause
because
it
it
is.
fucking is.
He's like Alan Wake with his astute observations. Lights out, man!
Look, that blue glowies.
Ah, pizza time.
Why is there a spear rack in the sewer?
I think that's
As
a
I
throne
picked
from
up
Game
the
of
plastic
Thrones.
ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Oh, cool. Oh, there's something else down there.
You better try it on.
So this is where I need to point out that we're actually playing the director's cut of this game.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
What?
Okay. So no poet, but
This guy's no, he's a poet. He's just the worst one. Next, he's gonna talk about a hot summer sidewalk.
I took hold of the scrap
this guy
of
wants to be
material
film
and
noir so
unsnagged it
fucking
from the
bad.
spike.
Why does he poetically wax about mundane things, but he can't make astute observations?
Film noir, more like film ba'or. It rhymed in my head.
Hi there.
You swear, right?
Are you one of those, how you say, ninja turtles?
I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there
Trespassing.
immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
This guy has the right idea. I don't want to touch
Won't
George
catch me with
Stobart.
tricks like that.
Was he afraid he's gonna pull him down like
Keep your
in the
distance.
Aliens movies?
okay.
Okay.
Now, what were you
Why
looking
is the manhole open?
Jason, what alien movie where the alien goes, "Hey, Ripley, give me your hand"? No, I'm being serious. Help me up here. Ah, gotcha.
I'm pretty sure the only movie that would work in would be probably the fourth one.
Like that
was that
green,
bad.
the green alien with the human face also has a New York accent for some reason. Hey, buddy, I got you, you dumb bitch. Ha ha! It's my movie now. I'm gonna go hang out with Chewbacca.
I was gonna ask him, have you ever used a phone before?
Have you ever used this green Gumby phone?
Telephone. I need to make an urgent call.
On a green
There
phone.
is no telephone here. I want to know what you were doing in the sewer.
Didn't you hear
That's
the
a really
explosion?
dramatic way to
It's
ask.
my trump card.
A deadly
If this game were realistic, or at least if you were playing as me, after you get out of the sewer each time, you'd have to take an hour and a half
A
shower.
deadly cocktail of accordion music and villainy. Most definitely.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful. Did you say?
Why does this guy sound like he's being
Accordion
recorded
music.
in a shower?
Yeah, that fiend had no mercy. He was disguised as a clown. By the time the bomb went off, he'd run to the sewer and made his escape.
Guys, that guy has WWF No Mercy
Then,
for the
man
N64.
I chased. Do you think that man and the clown are...
Have 3
What?
cooks or controllers so we can play a tag team?
Yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
You are a
Most
terrorist.
tourists are content with the act.
Maybe that's why people keep accusing him.
Or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
I'm gonna go keep an eye on this man's hole and then visit this guy's waste pipe.
Ugh.
Look, I'm just a tourist whose only moves are among the purest.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
It's strange, by telling us he's not telling us anything, he's answering the question.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type.
Big
Just
red
like
nose.
you.
A
White,
typical,
greasy face.
a typical. Okay, so what is the typical criminal type in France?
Tourists? Clowns? Non-whites?
I don't. Wow, everyone's really concerned about her. Have you
No,
noticed?
She's like the
fine.
Laura Palmer of Paris.
A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Whose only moves
that's
are
what
among
you
the
think.
purest. It's like these people have never listened to Chess
Does the
King.
name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo!
Not a very
You
effective way to
did not
track
settle
down
the goods.
anyone.
You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
I don't think those are sneakers. They're brown. They look like loafers.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Bravo.
Just as I thought.
You were up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and
I
I would've
knew
been
you
up to
came
my
from the
neck.
sewers, mainly because you came out of a manhole.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Humanoid division. He's a Blade Runner.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something.
I'm glad that none of this is a crime in France,
It is your
apparently.
posture, your.
Because in America,
your
he would have already been
Oh,
arrested.
yes. There is no mistaking the bearing.
Criminal
of the
trespass,
disciplined
impersonating
man.
police officer.
And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Oh, that unlocks a whole new thing of questions. Awesome.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur.
Monsieur
He grabbed
Rouge.
me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up
He
against.
kept shouting,
Oh,
yes,
no.
yes.
He made
No,
not
I'm
be
sorry. That was the
mistaken,
Daniel
only
Bryan
on
match
one
I
of the
watched last
desert
night.
hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Why is he addressing us now? Stop
You
looking at me.
can't suspect her. Sure.
Oh, God.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes.
Seriously,
I know
stop it.
her quite well, you could say. She came to
Maybe
work
this guy's
at the
breath is really
cafe
bad, so he's just turning away every time he talks.
7 months ago.
Yeah, you just came out of a
And
sewer, so shut the
all
fuck
this
up.
to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Oh, God. Mental image of that. Gross.
Okay, Chris, are you gonna ask about the man, or are you gonna take the money in the briefcase?
I'll take what's in the box.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen
Oh,
jewels?
nothing!
I don't
You
know.
chose nothing!
The killer
You're
thought
so
it was worth a man's
stupid!
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, bye.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
By putting a fake nose over your real nose, you won't be able to smell as good. It's an ingenious trap.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Someone must have purple snot.
Try asking about the cloth once more.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket.
The one you haven't
I
seen?
recognize that pattern anywhere.
That's a badass jacket.
It's more of a
Now,
vest.
about
than
the
a
jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair.
Wait a minute, he doesn't even know whose it is?
It was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what
Infinite
I think?
questions about
Do
jackets.
tell me.
He changed.
They
out
really
of the
could have just
clown
lumped
suit
this all into
and cunningly
one thing instead of
disguised
making you
himself
click over and
as
over and over.
an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It's called writing it down on your hand.
At the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
I like the character
Honestly,
development of
monsieur,
this guy
it's
more
all
than
reward.
Stobart.
Then I'm glad I do not.
You know,
rely
I kind
on
of like
the
this
thing
rugged
that is.
military man, you know.
He has a full backstory and everything.
He's got these special tricks.
I have to be going. Thanks
Back
to your
to the
help.
sewer.
The citizens of
Although I
Paris
still
can
find
sleep
it
a
really
little
odd
easier
that
tonight.
he'll just
Raymond,
find
I was
a
only
jacket
doing my
randomly
duty
on the
this
ground
week.
and he'll just
Good
send
luck,
it to be
Inspector.
tailored.
I hope
Like, who's
to
gonna
catch
pay
that
for it?
killer
He's a fucking
soon.
hero, that's why. Finds a jacket in the wilderness and he tends to it like a dying bird.
He was supposed to go on vacation next week, but he decided he'd spend the money on fixing that coat.
And then slipped back into the street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
That's because the cops left immediately and didn't do any work. Oh wait, maybe you can try calling again since he wanted to use the phone.
These are my notes. Oh, so as I was saying earlier, this is the director's cut of this game. And you notice these little blue things, right? I believe those weren't in the original, because I remember reading an old PC Gamer when I was a kid. Because it was my favorite magazine. I mean, you'd pay $5 and get something that was like a fucking almanac in size. This game was one of the most notorious instances of pixel hunting. But luckily these little blue Microsoft loading symbols have fixed that.
It looks like you're playing on a touchscreen.
Actually, this game did come out for the DS.
You have to fucking move a mouse to use a touchscreen. Completely defeating the purpose. Okay, that's a cool game.
What the? Who's this guy?
I,
Oh, it's the tailor, probably. So how quick are you at being a tailor? Would you say you're a
Hello?
Taylor Swift?
Who is this? Hi.
Stop saying that!
My name's George.
how did he know what
Stobart.
this guy looked
You
like
don't
in his
know.
mind?
Correct, Mr. Stobart.
Just by knowing his phone
What can I do
number.
for you?
Well, I'm
You can tell a
trying
lot
to
about a guy
trace
by his
one of
phone
your
number, Chris.
customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it.
Spoofed him.
Listen,
What the hell?
all I want is a name.
What
A
are you talking
tailor.
about?
Customers,
Who are you
no!
working for?
Please,
I
stay
guess
away!
you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
In the American
thank God.
French way.
I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that
I like
you
how this guy
could
doesn't want to be
save.
traced,
You're
but he still
collecting
puts
for
his
charity,
fucking
yes?
name
No, I'm
on
not.
the Jack as retailers.
All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool.
He
Todrick,
does. That's
But
double
I
negative.
think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
This is my intimidating
I know
voice.
nothing about no clown.
Quit playing games, or your ass is gonna see the inside of the slammer.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you.
George might be
I
a
never heard
sociopath.
of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting
Are
for
you
his
touching
daddy
yourself
to come
to this?
home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his
No, I'm
master's
touching myself
voice.
to this.
Maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this
I thought
has
they were doing an
anything to do with
improv
me.
exercise where, you build off someone else's story, but he just dropped it.
The game just dropped us.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Bunghole.
Okay. Call Nico and tell her nothing has changed.
I found a rubber nose.
Hey, I went into the sewer and I looked at a piece of fabric.
Hello, Nico
okay,
Coolard.
cool.
Hello?
It's
wake
like-
up now.
It's like cold
wait.
breakfast.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets
He was on a
his
mound.
suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
With
You
cigar.
are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Far.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay.
How does she
I'll
afford
come
this
over.
apartment?
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was
Mainly
going
because she
to
didn't
have
have to do any
alone.
work. She just sit at
and
home.
fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the
I mean,
costume
she
killer?
has a lot of work to do. She's
And
got to
why
answer that
did he
green
murder
blob all
Carchon?
day.
Why did Carchon ask
For
me
someone
to
who's
interview him?
associated with a lot of
How did he know my
murder
father?
people
And why was my editor so scared?
really
there
accepts
was
this
some
man
kind of
she
secret
just
war
met
going on out there.
and
But
lets
who
him
was on
come to
which
her
side?
apartment
One
for
thing I
like
did
almost
know.
no reason.
I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Except for those answers she just got sitting at her desk. That George called her about.
I wasn't going to get these answers at my desk. Probably because I don't have a computer. If I did though, this case would already be solved.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry, right?
Yeah.
Really hoping she was to say 361 Wharf Avenue. We get to meet MCP Pants.
Take your time. Don't want to pull anything.
Okay.
Yes?
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key.
What a dick
The
move.
elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Wonder Elephant's power activate. No? Okay.
Pick it.
I'm not Jill, the master of unlocking. Try that key again. Nope. Okay. I guess we'll never get that illegal shipment of elephant tusk.
I can't remember. Was that one Tuskers
My
or
first
Trunky?
Teddy.
Now I'm starting to get
Never
them
had a
mixed up. They look
boyfriend
so
as
much
loyal as
alike.
him.
Yep, working hard on this case. I better investigate my room for more clues on this murder at the cafe. Aha!
It was a photograph of my father.
This is the only lead I
first one
have.
I ever took.
Sterling
With
Archer.
the first camera he ever bought me.
You have no messages.
Well, she doesn't need an answering machine because she sits at her apartment waiting for calls all day.
You know, I thought this game took place in France. I didn't realize it took place in the danger zone!
Go kiss that knitting lady.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
She's going to be Dark Man?
So why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille, how could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been
Ah,
packed.
we got a real Black
That
Swan
was how
situation
Plantard
going
knew
on.
all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous. I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was
Is that
mine.
fucking Sleeping
Oh,
Beauty?
Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
So, where had my pretty new cousin hidden her little bug, eh? I was going to have to search everywhere.
Oh, God.
How do you get a new cousin?
My
Marriage.
first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him. Undisturbed. No bugs
Good,
there.
no one bugged Lancelot.
That bear is nowhere as good as the bear from the Blackwell trilogy. That's the best crime-solving bear ever. Griff. He didn't actually do anything, but it's basically the same thing that bear did. Okay, I'll look for the bug. Don't just fucking sit there.
You know, if it was Lancelot, you know what I have to say. Someone's been in my room! It's not fair!
To be fair, Nico actually has murderers coming in and bugging her house, so I think it's a little bit more
Not David Bowie.
You have no messages.
I hope. Is this like Omicron? Is David Bowie gonna be in it? Okay.
It was a photo.
Can
they
you
hadn't-
bug a photo? Oh, hey, Jason, it's my hi-fi. It's more like a lo-fi. Let's listen to some music. R&D, 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 R&D.
I thought it was like na 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 na.
But I pray to God that we are going
I must have remembered it wrong. Chris, you're not getting any more calls. I don't know why you think. Why
Can
you
I
think
please
that guy's
turn
gonna
this
come
awful
in?
music off? Go away. Shoot.
You know what my favorite part is?
Did we change the channel and now we're listening to the soundtrack to Deadly Premonition?
No. Is that she's looking for a bug, and she's clearly loudly saying, "Oh, I gotta find this bug!"
Wait, you could try checking the phone itself.
That's true.
Did you try checking under the table, right?
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
But
What about that elephant box? Maybe they have the key and they opened it up, put a bug in there, and then closed it. And you're still like, oh, there's no key. I better keep with me at all times.
then the bug would suffocate, and then it'd be dead, and it wouldn't be of any use.
There's a keyhole.
The box was carved by my father.
Yeah, I
It
don't
never
think
had a
it.
key. But that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent
Oh!
addition.
Wow, Andy, you win.
But how do we look? Did we already get it?
Yeah, I
Throw
think
it
we
out
already
the
got
fucking
it.
window.
Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present.
Oh, she
You
pooped.
shouldn't have.
She put a fucking bug in a wooden chest full of shit. How did she be able to hear? It'd just be like the first time she picks up the chest, you just hear, "Grrr," and she'd just be
You
completely
don't
deaf.
scare me. Especially.
Wow, she is not very smart.
What'd she do? Did she just throw it away?
She threw it away. You're supposed to feed people false information.
Why just break it? Like, oh, it's in the trash. That means it doesn't work now, right?
Yeah, what you do is you wait in your apartment with a gun, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to Brussels for 6 weeks tomorrow. You know, I'll leave the front door completely unlocked. And then you shoot George Stobart as soon as he walks in. Oh, wait. Nah, that's pretty good, too. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back for more.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole.
Monsieur, it's disgusting.
Sticking my hole where it's not wanted, mon ami.
What on earth possessed you to show it to me?
Help yourself.
Disgusting.
Ka, ka, ka.
His grip was like iron.
Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Ka, ka, ka. That's my hole. That's my hole, mon ami.
Disgusting.
My hole. Like quite a punch, you know?
Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Ka, ka, ka. Look at the size of my hole.
I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Oh, quit complaining.